Imagine a creature so terrifying that even Zeus himself trembled in fear. This was Typhon, the father of all beasts, and the deadliest monster in Greek mythology. His body towered higher than mountains. His head brushed the stars, and his hands stretched from east to west. From his shoulders grew hundreds of dragon heads. Each one breathed fire and shrieked with a different, horrifying voice. His eyes blazed like burning coals. His mouth spewed storms of fire and venom that blackened the skies. His legs were coiled with massive serpent coils. His entire form was a nightmare born to challenge the gods themselves. Typhon was not born of chance. He was the son of Gaia, Earth, and Tartarus, the deepest abyss of the underworld. Gaia created him as vengeance against Zeus. She had lost her beloved children, the giants and the titans, to the Olympians' victory. To strike back, she unleashed Typhon upon the world. He was her ultimate weapon against Olympus. The earth shook violently as Typhon rose. Seas boiled, mountains split, and the heavens themselves quivered in terror. When the gods saw him, many fled in fear. Some even transformed into animals to hide from his fury. Only Zeus stood his ground. The king of the gods prepared for the greatest battle of his reign. Armed with thunderbolts forged by the Cyclopes, Zeus faced Typhon in the skies. Their clash shook the universe. Thunder roared and fire blazed. Mountains crumbled and the earth cracked under their fury. At first, Zeus struck with overwhelming power. His thunderbolts scorched Typhon, driving him back. But Typhon was no ordinary foe. His strength was beyond imagination, and his fury could not be contained. He hurled mountains at Zeus, tearing them from the earth. He ripped the very land apart in his rage. In some versions of the myth, Typhon even managed to overpower Zeus. He ripped the thunderbolts from his hands and left him weakened. Yet Zeus was not defeated forever. He recovered his strength and unleashed a storm unlike any before. With his full might, Zeus struck Typhon down. The sky lit with endless lightning, and the monster was finally subdued. But Typhon was not destroyed. Instead, he was imprisoned deep beneath Mount Etna in Sicily. There, his rage burns eternally. The eruptions of the volcano are said to be his fiery breath bursting from the earth. Typhon's children were no less monstrous. From him came Cerberus, the Hydra, Chimera, and countless other beasts of legend. These creatures spread terror across the world. They were reminders of Typhon's lasting fury. Typhon represents chaos itself. He was the ultimate threat to divine order and the survival of Olympus. Without Zeus's victory, the gods may have fallen. The age of monsters could have ruled the earth. The myth of Typhon is not just a tale of battle. It is a story about fear, resilience, and the fight to maintain order. Even the greatest king, Zeus, was tested by Typhon. It showed that power is fragile when faced with raw chaos. Yet from this clash came a fragile balance. The gods ruled above, while the imprisoned monster raged below. Every earthquake, every eruption, every storm was a reminder. Typhon was never truly gone, only restrained. To the ancients, this explained the violence of nature. Typhon's fury was the cause of destruction in the world. But it also carried a deeper message. No matter how strong order becomes, chaos always lingers beneath. Typhon's myth echoes through countless cultures. He is the eternal monster, the shadow that challenges divine authority. His very name became a symbol of violent storms. Even today, the word typhoon comes from his legend. His battle with Zeus was more than myth. It was a cosmic struggle that defined the fate of gods and mortals alike. Typhon is remembered as the father of beasts, yet he is also the embodiment of fear itself. In every roar of thunder, in every eruption, his presence can still be felt. The earth remembers his fury, and humanity remembers his warning. Chaos can never be fully destroyed. It only waits to rise again. Typhon was the greatest threat the gods ever faced, and his story remains one of the darkest in all mythology. Even imprisoned, his legacy lives on through his monstrous children. They remind us of the day chaos nearly triumphed. Typhon was more than a monster. He was the living nightmare of the gods themselves. His story shows that even the mighty can tremble. Even Zeus, ruler of Olympus, knew true fear in that battle, yet it also shows that courage can overcome terror. With strength and resolve, order was restored. But one must never forget the price. The scars of Typhon's fury still mark the world today. The ancients believed nature's disasters were proof. The monster still rages beneath the earth, waiting for revenge. His legend reminds us of the thin line between order and chaos, between safety and destruction. Typhon's myth is timeless because it speaks to our deepest fears, the fear of losing control to forces greater than ourselves. He is the shadow of every storm, the terror behind every quake, the beast that can never truly be silenced. Even in defeat, he endures. And through him, the ancient world explained the unexplainable. Typhon, the father of all beasts, is the eternal monster of mythology, and his roar still echoes in the earth today. If you enjoyed this dive into the terrifying legend of Typhon, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more forgotten stories of mythology.